Welcome back to Squawk Box. Rick Santelli here, live on the floor of the CME Group with breaking news. Initial jobless claims for this week are up 4,000 from 215.15 to 219,000. If you recall, 215 wasn't the way we looked at it last week, as Ridge released at 213. They upgraded it 2, move it up 4. You're right where you want to be. And on continuing claims, we moved from 1.656 down ever so slightly to 1.651. These numbers continue to remain at low levels, maybe not the lowest levels, but for a thick pencil, low enough. For any information we're going to glean from them, of course, big data yet coming out, Andrew. Maybe ISM non-manufacturing may have the biggest audience curious to dig down into that number that I've ever witnessed after, of course, several days ago getting that super weak 10-year low on the manufacturing side. We continue to see pressure in interest rates, but for all practical purposes, we're about the same levels we were late yesterday's session. And, of course, the equities, well, they might be up a little bit in pre-futures, but we all know that story. It's all going to be about the 10 o'clock Eastern data. Back to you.
Rick, I was honestly just saying, just before we came to you, that this is the first time in history I care enough about the ISM non-manufacturing index to even go look it up and figure out what all the components are and figure out what this might be coming in on. I've never cared about it like this before.
No, and you know, there's two ways to look at it. I understand. I was there for the manufacturing number, so it is important. But I also caution, no matter how it turns out, for viewers, investors that are watching, no one number or even several numbers is going to determine the outcome of what's going on in many markets. There's grand issues like trade that need to be resolved. And even if they were resolved tomorrow in the highest of order and the best deal, it's still going to take a long time to filter through.
Yep.
The markets have a lot on their plate.
And by the way, for anybody who doesn't pay close attention to this, I mean, this is a sentiment indicator. This is not a measurement of what's actually happening, services activity.
It's a squishy number.
It is. And the sentiment numbers, just about any place you're asking right now, have seen weakness because of all the concerns about what's to come.
Absolutely. But it is what it is. And, you know, being an aficionado of the markets, all that is the markets. Viewers, tune in. We're going to enjoy the number no matter how it turns out. We'll cover the markets to the best of our abilities.
Okay, Rick.